Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the Keys to Crypto. Right now in this video, I'm going to talk to you about being the smart and wise investor. And you say, Keys to Crypto, here you go again. What are you referring to? What is a smart investor? What is a wise investor? Many years ago, when I was in high school, there was a movie called Trading Places. It had Eddie Murphy and Jamie Lee Curtis and Dan Aykroyd. It was a really, really good movie. And what it was about Eddie Murphy. He was a bum, and these two rich guys made a $1 bet that they could take this bum and make him a millionaire. Well, in the same time, later on they made a bet that they could take Dan Aykroyd, which was a millionaire, and make him poor like Eddie Murphy. Of course, they achieved that goal. But here's what I want to talk to you about being the smart and the wise investor. Well, what happened is these two realized they were being pitted against each other. So guess what? They joined forces and they got equipped with the information about a particular commodity, which was orange juice. So what happened is they had the right information. The rich white guys had the wrong information. And needless to say, this is what I want you to learn from this whole thing, because I'm going to bring it full circle. What happened is they get out on the stockroom floor, and they actually get out there late, and everybody's going crazy. And Dan Aykroyd tells Eddie Murphy, said, listen, when the trading starts, they're going to jump in. Everybody's going to go crazy. He said, stay calm. Stay calm. Don't do anything. Just sit back. You know, they're going to try to corner the market. Everybody's going to jump in, blah, blah, blah. He knew exactly what was going to happen because he was already in that space. So that's exactly what happened. It gets started. Everybody goes crazy and whatever. Well, all of a sudden, he yells out, I forgot whatever the phrase was, and it was total chaos. And the market started to tank because, of course, they had the right information. Well, anyway, you know, everybody started to sell. It was dropping. Well, all of a sudden, Eddie Murphy said to him, he said, well, just wait. And all of a sudden, he said another phrase, and anyway, they started buying like crazy. Well, what happened is that commodity had started dropping from its all-time high to its all-time low. And of course, needless to say, they bought like crazy, and they was like, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Here's what I want you to get out of that. Right now, and this happens, crypto is under a market correction, and I've talked about it before on this channel. Well, guess what you ought to be doing? Right now, there's been a lot of people, they're panicking, and they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And, you know, I'm losing money, this is dropping, this and that, and they're shaking in their boots. They're just like them people on that stockroom floor. They're going crazy. They don't know. You need to be like Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy in that thing and calm, because number one, you come to this channel, of course, but anyway, you're calm. And when everybody else is panicking and just doesn't know what to do, what's going on with crypto? Oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. You're like, I'll take some of that action. Yeah, it's down 15, 20%. I'll take some of that action right over here. And what you do by taking action, and yes, it still could drop another 15 to 20%. But here's where you're the smart investor, and I've actually done this since this market correction. I'm in the cryptos I want to be in, but what I'm doing right now is I'm actually taking advantage of this correction to get into some of those that I've been wanting to get into before. Aha! There you go, Keys of Crypto. There's part of your strategy. But it's true. But if you're new to crypto, that's irrelevant. And I'll tell you the reason why, because there's a lot of good deals out there right now that you can get into, and I've talked about them on this particular channel. So my thing is, you have got to be the smart investor, number one, and number two, the most educated investor, number two, and number three, the most calm investor, and number four, you have to take action when things like this happen. Because guess what? I'll tell you, these crypto prices, even though they're down, tomorrow everybody could get happy again, and guess what? Those prices shoot right back up. Well, guess what? When you were saying, give me some of that action, guess what? You're in the profits. You're like, yeah, go ahead and go up. That's exactly what you want to happen. But you're sitting there smiling because guess what? You were calm when everybody else was panicking, and guess what? You're smiling and calm when everybody else is happy as well, because guess what? You got in, you were educated about it, you knew exactly what to do, and you got in. You were a smart, you were a wise, and you were an educated investor. Now, like I said, if you're new to crypto, these are the 3 things you need to be. You don't need to get into crypto blindly, not knowing what to do, because you know what? There's a good chance you'll lose. I've explained this on one of my first videos. 99% of all cryptos fail, meaning 1% make it. Well, guess what? I told you from the get-go, I want to try to get you to that 1% that is going to be successful and that will make it. Now, here's the thing is, you got to have strategies, especially on some of these meme coins. You can't hold these forever. These are basically, right now, it's a hot narrative. You get in, you make your money, and you get right back out the door. Because if you don't, you hold on to these, they have the greater chance. They're highly volatile, and they can go down to zero really quick. That's full disclosure, because that's exactly what they do. But here's the thing about it is, you get in when they pump, and you can get into some good profits, you're right back out the door. And that's exactly what you need to do. Now, that's not financial advice. Do your own research, never risk more than what you will lose. But it's one of those things, is that's what a smart investor does. Because what happens is, if you get greedy, you're going to get burnt. People do it all the time at casinos and everything else. Oh my gosh, I hit blackjack and I'm on fire. Well, here's the thing is, you know what a lot of them times them people walk out of that casino with? That's right, a big goose egg, zero. Well, you're coming to this channel, I don't want you to walk out of the crypto space with, guess what? The big zero. So don't do it. Get in the profits and get out. Especially with these meme coins. But anyway, this was just a story. Like I said, if you're younger and you've never watched that movie, I highly recommend that you watch that movie, because there is some good, valuable lessons in that movie. It's actually pretty funny as well. So, anyway, I didn't want to ramble too much about this, but I just wanted you to know about the meme coins, about being a smart investor and getting in, and exactly what strategy you need to use on some of these particular ones. But anyway, I will see you in the next video, and good luck investing.